What is the optimal morning routine if you want to feel more awake and less tired and drained? In this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 things that I do every single morning that help me feel more awake, even if I didn't get quite enough sleep the night before. And if we're just meeting, my name is Woody and this is Grown Up Pains. Being a grown-up can be pretty painful, but it doesn't have to be. I like to share my own insights and experiences that have helped me so that hopefully they can help you too. And if that resonates with you, please consider subscribing to see future videos. Go ahead and click that notification bell as well. So let's dive in. The first thing that I do every single morning is I grab this. This is a bright light therapy visor. I am not going to tell you about it right now. We're going to circle back to this a little bit later in the video, but it is the first thing that I need to put on every single morning before I do anything else. As soon as I get out of bed, I grab this, it goes on, lights go on. Now, the second thing that I do every single morning is hydrate. No, I don't reach for that coffee first thing. First, I need to hydrate. And you can do that with just water or some kind of electrolyte drink. I like to kind of mix up my own drink. I start by using this Extend, which I'm going to link in the description below for you. It's a branched chain amino acid electrolyte powder. So just one little scoop of this into the water. And I also mix that with a little bit of Emergency to make sure that I'm getting all of the vitamins. There are vitamins in that other powder as well, but I like to make sure I'm getting everything from this. It just gives me a little extra boost from that drink. And the last thing that I add is just a dash of some pink Himalayan sea salt, which you can get online or at the grocery store. But I'll grind it up and just put a little dash in the drink as well. Mix that up with some filtered water. I am using a new water filter that I'll tell you about a little bit later in this video as well. But that's it. I drink that. So light visor goes on. And then thing number 2 is make sure to hydrate. All right. So after I hydrate, the next thing I do is I reach for this little game changer here called Magic Mind. Now, let me back up for a second because like most of you, I've tried my fair share of productivity hacks and supplements, but recently I've really been trying to look for something that helped me feel a little bit more focused and less stressed without relying solely on caffeine. And that is when Magic Mind entered the chat. So here's the deal. Magic Mind is this tiny but mighty shot that is packed with like 12, I think, active ingredients, and it supports energy, clarity, and focus throughout the day. Now, it is not a coffee replacement. I still love and need my coffee, but it does work alongside it. But what really stood out to me about Magic Mind is that it's designed to help avoid that caffeine crash that comes in the middle of the afternoon. Instead of giving you like a quick spike and then a hard drop, it supports your body's natural energy engine, helping you feel clear-headed for hours. So I got myself into this one. Personally, I've noticed a difference. I feel sharper, more dialed in, a little bit less stressed. Now, there are 2 Magic Mind shots that I want to give a shout out to right now. They have the focus one for the daytime, and then they also have a sleep shot that helps you rest more. And it really has been a game changer to have a solution for kind of both ends of the day that, you know, keeps me focused when I need to be engaged, but also helps me wind down and get into that restful zone to get the most out of my 6 to 8 hours of sleep. And if you're curious to give these a try, they do have a special right now where you can grab them kind of both as a bundle. Now, to be completely transparent, I did not try Magic Mind until recently, but I had heard about it. And after connecting with the nice people over at Magic Mind, they were so kind as to send some over so that I could try them out before agreeing to sponsor it. And one shot of Magic Mind is usually about $5, which is about the same as a cup of coffee out in the world. But I like to look at it as investing in my mental wealth because it's supercharging my most valuable asset, my mind, enabling me to perform at a high level and stay focused on income-producing activities. And since Magic Mind is very kindly sponsoring this video, they have provided me with a special link that gives you 45% off of the bundle when you get the day and night shots together, which is pretty insane. That's like almost half off. And all you need to do to get that 45% off is just use the link in the description or the pinned comments, or go to magicmind.com/WoodyJan. That is magicmind.com/WOODYJAN. And let me just show you how I use it. So you can pour it over ice if you'd like, but I prefer to just crack it open and drink it straight. It's got a really good flavor, a little bit juicy, very light. But if you wanted to mix it with like a sparkling water or a LaCroix or something like that, or chill it down, definitely keeping them in the fridge is nice as well. But honestly, I don't mind drinking them warm. They taste really good. Now, it's not a magic cure. It is just one piece of the puzzle, but it has been a delightful addition to my morning routine, so highly recommend. And now let's talk about the next step in my morning routine, which is number 4, and that is to jump in and get a little bit of a cold shower. I know most people hate the idea of this, and I'll say it's kind of optional. I mean, really take what you want from this video and leave the rest. But I was hesitant to do this at first. So I started by just jumping in the shower instead of, going for like a cold plunge or anything like that. But getting, like anywhere from 30 seconds to a couple minutes of a cold shower, either right at the beginning of your shower or right at the end of your shower, can do wonders for waking you up. There is science behind it. I'm not going to get into all of that right now. Just saying, if you're skeptical, hey, give it a try. Start with your hot shower, and then just at the end, turn it cold, and just know that it's coming, and take a few deep breaths, and just breathe through it. And when you get out of that shower, you are going to be laser focused. And before I get to number 5, I did tell you that I would go over the benefits of this thing, my little light visor. I'm gonna go ahead and put that on for you. Oh yeah, and this thing will really, really, really wake you up. I know it just completely discolored the video, so I'm gonna take it off, but you get the idea. The whole purpose of this is to trigger your body that the sun is coming up and kind of reset your circadian rhythm. It's also been very useful to me for fighting seasonal affective disorder, which if you're someone who lives in like a northern part of the United States or anywhere where there's not a whole lot of daylight sometimes of the year, you might be familiar with seasonal affective disorder, otherwise known as SAD, which is probably the most appropriately named acronym ever up until Elon Musk came up with the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. But the way that this thing works is it shines a light in kind of the same spectrum, similar to the spectrum of daylight. And although there are other spectrums that fall into like, green light and blue and white are kind of close together, and red light, which is for something totally different, red light therapy. Not this, but the white light and the blue white light spectrum has actually been proven to be like the most effective at helping us wake up, especially when it shines down at kind of this angle, mimicking the way that the sun, an angle that the sun shines down light onto our eyes. So as it shines the light, it triggers your body to stop the production of melatonin, and that is actually what helps you feel more awake. It's also useful for fighting jet lag and kind of resetting your body, and for anyone that does shift work. And the last thing that I do, number 5, is I get that cup of coffee, because you got to just wait a little while and you won't have that afternoon crash. So if you got value out of this video, give it a like, leave a comment, and let me know which thing you already do that I mentioned, which thing surprised you the most, or if you agree or disagree with anything that I said. Consider subscribing if you want to see future videos. And don't forget to check out Magic Mind. Visit us in the link in the description, or go to magicmind.com/WoodyJan. Again, that is magicmind.com/WOODYJAN. And I've got another video right here that you'll like if you liked this one. So go ahead and click on that, and I'll see you in the next one.